Hello to you. Wake up, little sister's here. Wake up. Donna, stay. Donna, wake up. Wake up, Donna. See if she'll wake up. It'll be funny, she'll pop on this morning. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you. Good to have you with me. I am Little Sister of the Earth, and I don't know, got something to say about every day. Never know if it's good or bad or indifferent. Doesn't really matter. I'm still going to say it, so hang out with me. Let's see what's going on in our world. Good morning, love. How you doing, Julie? Pam, good morning, Julie. So good to see you guys. Always good to have you with me. There's Sheila. There she is. Hope Freya pops on. She was having kind of a rough day yesterday, so let's send her some good energy. Send her some positive vibes. And anybody else who needs it. No, we don't leave anybody out around here. Went down to Dad's yesterday. You might have seen. Good morning, Lisa. Lisa and I are working on getting together and doing a little bit of digging, whether it's digging through her current crop of inventory or digging through the ground or cracking open geodes. But we're going to do something real soon, Lisa, and I'm really looking forward to it. So went down to Dad's yesterday, to my dad's place, to Thorny Acres. And, you know, he's always got those fruit trees. Well, so silly that I said it like that. He's got 2 cherry trees, 2 peach trees, about 4 apple, and, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 pear. And they are loaded. So loaded. So I'm going to go back down there today. Hey, Jack. How's it going, brother? Good to see you. So I'm going to be heading down to Thorny Acres again today. I'm taking with me Kim. We're going to go dig up some Queen Anne's lace, some chicory, some milk thistle, and pick cherries. And I'm pretty sure that we can find some blueberries to pick too. Not blueberries, mulberries. Mulberries, because there's a mulberry tree down around that way. I think over on Danielle's property. Danielle don't mind. We might have to go check it out and see what's over there. So I am looking forward to today. I really am. And then this evening, hopefully, I will be able to have, let me think. Oh, I'm going to go to the VFW meeting and to the auxiliary, and hopefully get back in the swing of things and get back in with the VFW again, because I really, really enjoyed that time of my life when I was, especially when I was in Florida, because I did a lot of work with the post in Lake Wales, and it was a really good time. I know, Patricia, I'm super excited. I am super excited. I really am looking forward to today. I've been looking forward to go digging up some wilds with Kim for a little while now, because down at Dad's there's a lot of gravel roads, and those country roads, especially along the fields, there's so much good medicinal and edibles all along wild. I told you I was gonna wake her up. Hi, Donna. I did my Donna wake up call this morning. So good to have you, love. So good to have you. So anyway, they don't spray. I mean, I guess to a point they do, but they don't spray herbicides to kill the weeds in those areas. Plus, there's a lot of this too that grows wild on my dad's land. The dark woods next door, there's a lot of really, really abundant edibles over in the darker woods. And then over on Danielle's side, lots of stuff to be had. What have we got going on up here? Donna, that is so funny. Well, I'm so glad you woke up. I'm so glad you did. You'll have to if you didn't catch whenever I said good morning to everybody, I was going, stay, Donna, good morning. Wake up. Missy's got some serious stuff going on. She says, "Morning, everyone. I have a huge favor to ask. My grandson was born Friday at our local hospital and was transported to the NICU at the Children's Hospital in Omaha because he was in distress with his breathing. Lots of prayers, good healing energy for little Theodore coming your way, Missy. I'm so sorry that you're going through this in your family at this time. But love, lots of love and prayers coming your way. And I know that goes without saying. Thank you, everybody, for that. Thank you, guys. You're so good to each other. You really are. I'm so happy for that. I'm really proud of the family that we are on this show. And I am so looking forward to, I would love to personally meet everybody. I really would. I truly would. Pam's got some stuff going on in her gardens today, too. Pam, do you do beekeeping by any chance? Or is the weather, I don't know. I guess you have bees in Canada. I don't know. Seems right that you would have. So, is there anyone around here, anybody in this group, or anybody know of anybody that keeps bees? Because I'm kind of getting interested in that. I would love to be able to keep a colony of bees and have my own honey and be able to make sure that the gardens are well pollinated. Couldn't think of that word, had to go find it. So no, that's all right. Maybe it's something we'll look at. I did go to the Half Price bookstore yesterday. Love that store. You guys know that is my favorite store in the whole wide world. And I picked up quite a few books. I picked up a few for my grandkids. Ugh. Oh, I just threw something, landed straight in the trash can. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember. I'm sure that you do. Well done, Pam. I'm sure that you do remember those series of commercials that would come on usually on Sunday mornings, sometimes Saturdays, but it was Jerry Baker. And Jerry Baker always had all these great gardening ideas. So this is his Supermarket Super Gardens book. I picked it up on the way down low. It was cheap, super cheap. I couldn't believe the price. And I said, I'll take that. So this is an aisle-by-aisle guide to growing a lush and gorgeous garden using baby powder, dental floss, milk, pantyhose, and more. My kind of book. My kind of book. Grow greener grass with corn syrup, bigger blooms with fruit juice, sweeter tomatoes with baking soda, and that's just to get started. And he really does have some cool ideas in here. Talks about building an anti-slug fence. I haven't looked at that one yet. Soothe your sore face. Spring has sprung and you were so eager to start planting that you rushed out to garden without applying any sunscreen. You stayed outdoors way too long. Now your face is feeling the results. Instead of chewing yourself out, treat your face to this intensive treatment. Drain the contents of a vitamin E capsule into a bowl. Add 2 teaspoons of plain yogurt and a half a teaspoon each of honey and lemon juice. Mix well, apply to your face with a cotton ball, wait about 10 minutes, and rinse with warm water. Your skin will feel like new. Nice. Nice. And this is a ground cover picnic tonic. What is this? It says ground covers are miracle workers when it comes to covering shady spots where turf grass refuses to thrive or slopes that are too steep to mow safely. Man, I had one of those once upon a time. And they'll keep the good looks well into the fall if you give them a midsummer serving of this terrific tonic. 4 multivitamin plus iron tablets dissolved in 1 cup of hot water. 4 tablespoons of hydrogen peroxide. Tablespoon of Epsom salts. Tablespoon baking powder. Tablespoon of ammonia, half a teaspoon of unflavored gelatin powder, half a teaspoon of dishwashing liquid in a gallon of water. Mix vitamin liquid, peroxide, Epsom salts, mix it in order in a liquid into a bucket, and then Add a cup of this liquid with a watering can and serve it up generously to your ground cover. Nice. So, looking forward to get into this. What's going on up here? I see all sorts of things being said, but had my head down for a minute. Pamela said that her lavender is doing well this year. Nice. Nice. Donna said she can't be a beekeeper because her hubby is a woman. You know what? So was mine, but don't tell him that I said that. He was a letter carrier for so many years and got stung one too many times when he'd put his hand into a mailbox. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Anyway, so he doesn't like anything at all to do with bees and will swat at them and they don't bother me so bad. She said my hubby is a wimp. So scared of anything with more than 2 legs. Ha ha ha. Well, he's scared of me, but that's another story. Pam's husband's allergic and a big baby too. But she's still doing it. You'll just have to stay away, Hubs, I believe. Pam said that she may have some bean sprouts growing from last year. Oh, that's nice, Pam. You know why? Because that means that those beans are ground hardened for your area, and they will continue to come back. That's so cool. So cool. And you guys are right. Hey, Missy, good morning to you. Oh, excuse me, Kendra. I'm so sorry. Kendra, good morning. If you're afraid, they know. Boy, it's the truth for everything, isn't it? If you show any kind of fear in it, and it doesn't matter whether you're talking to bees or talking to people. If you show any kind of fear or intimidation, they got you. Here's another Jerry Baker, the America's Master Gardener. This one is terrific. Garden Tonics, 345 do-it-yourself fix and formulas for maintaining a lush and gorgeous garden. Nice. Looking forward to this one because I think in this book there were a lot of there's no chemicals in these mixes. Everything comes from your kitchen sink. Everything comes from your kitchen sink or your household products. You know what I'm talking about. Dental floss, milk. And I don't know. I would just so much rather use whatever I have around my house than using some chemical that's made out of a can that some company put together for my greater good. So, Cuttings Keeper Transplant Tonic. I think there were bug sprays that will keep bugs out of your yard, and you can use it all year long. All-purpose varmint repellent, all-purpose perennial fertilizer, all-around disease tonic, and it tells you when to plant, what to put in there. So super excited about that one too. And then the one that I like also is the Reader's Digest Gardening Secrets book. But you know what I was looking for and I could not find was a companion gardening book. You know, that was just strictly about companion gardening. Donna said, I planted seeds, but they turned into smokable plants. I'm just growing because the plants are beautiful. They have such pretty flowers. That is hilarious. Hilarious. Well, I can't say much about that. Dr. Bader's Natural Bug Repellent book. Right, Julie? I have heard of that one. And I don't know if I picked that one up and put it down or not. Hard Times says fear is a result of my lacking of faith. No, it's not. Unless it's faith in yourself. Fear comes from not knowing. Fear comes from comparing your history in your own personal life to what is to come. And instead of stopping the what if movie and allowing the fear to play over and over in your mind and judging your life by what has always happened It keeps you from stopping and turning it and changing it to become the life that you are proud to live and the one that serves you with your highest and greatest good. That's the truth, hard times. That's the truth. Fear does not have anything to do with faith. It really doesn't. It does not. And I don't even think that it has anything to do with faith in yourself. It just comes from expecting the same results. But if you're doing the same thing, expect to get the same results. But when you're ready to get off that circle and go take your step and open that door into the unknown and move into the next cycle of your life, which is a brand new beginning. It's a brand new beginning. And when you're ready to step off, take a step into that new beginning and expect the unexpected and expect the beauty of the world to start showing through. And every time you move on to a different cycle in your life, every time you step into the unknown, your eyes will open and you will see more of the beauty of the world and less of the pain and the suffering. But you have to stop comparing your life that you're living right now to the life that you lived before with all the pain. You have to let that history go and make a new history. Why you're afraid and fix it. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So, but my love to you, brother, my heart with you, because it's hard. It's hard to stop playing the what if movie in your head and comparing your life as it is right now to the life that you lived in your history. And when you do, when you open your eyes and you start to look at the history that repeated itself over and over again, the cycles that you couldn't break free of or that you were unwilling to step away from, you will find that answer. And when you see that one thing in your life that is the repeater, say, I don't want that anymore. That's not me. I don't want that. And just take it and throw it away. Throw it away. And then do something to fill that space that you just threw away. Fill it with goodness and with light and with love. And you do that by being goodness and being light and being joy. Once you begin, your spirit guides, your Savior, your God, your gods, once you take that first step, they will take 10 towards you, and that's no joke. When they see you rise and take that first step, they're like, woohoo, he's ready, let's go. And they run towards you. And they lift you up and they give you gifts and they open doors and they show you things and they give you things and they tell you things. And they do these things for your highest and greatest good because that's all they want. It's not about judgment. Julie, I respect that. Thank you. When you are able, when you're willing, and if you're willing right now, then just sit down and close your eyes and start looking at that pattern. Figure out where it came from and where it's going. Let's pull a card. Let's pull a card. You know that only 2% of the American population really actually knows or has ever had any gardening experience to raise food for themselves? 2% of the population. That sucks. That's a lot of people. It's going to be really, really hungry really, really soon. And you have to figure out how to best garden for your area. If you're in a desert, what grows in the desert? Succulents. And there's a lot of things. And besides that, the desert, I think, is greening up. isn't it? Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, the one in which you were a victim of someone else's actions or even your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness in order to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done, but it is about letting yourself off the hook from carrying the burden, from being the victim. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others, and that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? So imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you carry when you do not forgive. You can do it. Everyone here believes in you and adores you. Nice. Take a deep breath. That was good. I think that one was for our new friend. Julie said, I was fortunate. I grew up in the country when we still grew some of our food, and they need to make it mandatory in schools. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I think that there's a lot of basic skills. They're not even, we've forgotten them. And if we passed them on to our kids, they were lucky. Because there's a lot that a lot of people that don't know. Hard times. I think that card was for you, darling. I really do. Let's grab out another one real quick, because I think there's more to the message. I really do. This is Postcards from Spirit, by the way. Pimp these cards out real quick. This Postcards from Spirit by Colette Baron Reed. Excellent cards. Excellent. Great little pick-me-ups. And really, the messages truly do come from Spirit. And other people that have bought these cards that I speak with have told me that it is the same for them. It's not just a fluke. It's not just odd that I can talk about something on here and pull a card and the card resonates with whatever it was that I just talked about. It happens to them too. So I truly do believe that Spirit leads us to pull the cards that we pull. It's not a random occurrence. I don't think it is. It too many times on here is followed exactly along with what I just got through saying. And I don't look at the cards when I'm picking them out. Kelly said she thinks that one was her too. Nice. I'm glad. Nice, Donna. It's like that around Kansas City too. But there's all sorts of ways to garden in the inner city. Urban gardening. I love the Urban Gardener channel on YouTube, by the way. She's amazing. So smart. Puts so many things together. Hey, thank you, Hard Times. You ready for this? Selfless giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving that it should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of a debt, release an obligation, or do a solid kindness to someone for no other reason than as an exercise of the heart. You'll be surprised at how quickly a generous heart is repaid. And we know that it often doesn't happen in the immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles seemingly unrelated to your kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows and the more love and abundance that you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Please take it and trust that you are worthy and deserving of it. You have to receive, not just give. We love you so much over here. Nice. So there's something, as I was reading that, Grandma was tapping on my head and showed me a picture, and I got to come back to it because She wanted me to say something, and it'll come back. I know it will. If I have to stop and say whatever it is she's picking on me about. She's like, you know this, you know this. So I brought my plant inside, and I was looking at the leaves, and there's one leaf in particular that was facing the sun that is very, very splotchy. I mean, it just has like yellow dots, like somebody sprayed something and dots landed on it, and it got a chemical burn. But it's not what happened, because it's only on this one leaf. And, you know, it's an older, bigger leaf, so it's had more sun exposure. But I tell you, the sun's hot. You know, the temperature outside doesn't feel too bad. Not really. You know, the air temperature might be 78 degrees, but the feeling of the sun on my skin is like it's 97 degrees. It's crazy. I mean, the sun is super hot. So really, I started putting an umbrella in my car in case I'm out walking, you know, even if it's just a little walk with the dogs. Because the hotter it gets, the more I'm apt to grab that umbrella and take it with me. I can't stand in the direct sunlight for a length of time and not get nauseated, you know, really not be sick at my stomach because of the heat. So reactions are kind of weird. So headed back down to Thorny Acres today. Gonna dig, and I'm going to do my best to go live if and when I can. But, you know, down there, the reception is really, really sketchy. And if I'm down, you know, down in the holler, then the reception's not going to pick up as good as it will if I'm up on the hill. So what I will probably do is videotape some and go live when I can. But I'm going to take my tripod with me, too. Because I tell you what, those cherries are looking so luscious, man. They taste so good, and they're just ready to pop. They're so thick and juicy. Donna said it's going to be over 105 there today. My goodness, Donna. What the heck is going on in Southern California down there on the Miracle Mile by the La Brea Tar Pit? Don't you find that odd? Don't you find that odd? They've been having a lot of earthquake swarms, you know, which are not like big earthquakes. They're just little trembles, little shakes, but they've been swarming a lot in that same area. And the La Brea Tar Pit has started oozing up like across the street. It's coming up around the sidewalk, kind of like a seam where the road and the sidewalk meets. It's pretty, you know, that kind of makes you curious. And then of course the road that dropped in Minnesota, I'm still flummoxed by that. I mean, seriously, going, what in the heck is going on? They had this, and it was a, what do they call it? A fault line event. So many changes is right. So many changes, and you know, it's not looking like it's going to get any better for a while. So just always stay safe, and always be prepared to have to go at a moment's notice, no matter where you're at, no matter where you are. Because, you know, if they can have a fault line event in Minnesota and tornadoes in, for some reason I'm thinking Vancouver, but I'm not sure. I know for sure Oregon, Seattle had tornadoes over the spring, you know. Tremors in southern Iowa. Wow, Julie. You know, something's going to give. And it could be too, really. Let's think about it. Water is exceedingly heavy. Water is very, very, very heavy. And there's a whole lot of water in the ground right now. And so really, I think for the Midwest, for our area, Julie, especially for Iowa, and I know there are ancient fault lines that run all over the world. And yeah, we do have an old ancient fault line around this area as well. And then we have the New Madrid Fault. And I heard somebody talking about the next newest ocean whenever the Mississippi River unzips and widens and the Great Lakes empty out into the Gulf. It's going to create the new Madrid Ocean. Right. Julie said it wasn't recent that we've had tremors in southern Iowa, but in the past. And they're just tremors in odd places. But right now, I think that some of the earthquakes that are in weird, odd places have to do with the amount of water that is sitting on top of the earth right now, because it doesn't have anywhere to go. It's the aquifers are full. Just kind of a blessing. But I have seen in our area, on the east side of Kansas City, over at the Missouri River, that the Missouri River levels are beginning to drop. But we were over on the west side of Kansas City, over in Kansas City, Kansas, on that loop of 435, and crossed the Missouri River over there, and it is incredibly flooded over there. Also afraid of fires. Oh my goodness sakes, Donna, I'd be terrified of fires. I really would. Terrified. Yeah, somebody said, and I think it was somebody who lived up in a mountainous area, said they were going to get one of those blow up life rafts, the emergency life rafts. Keep one in their closet. Excuse me. Goodness sakes. All right, I'm going to pull another card here just because. And I will also, I'll do something else, but I'm going to pull a card first. It's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. It's going to be a beautiful day. I'm so excited to go pick cherries at Thorny Acres and go dig up Queen Anne's lace and chicory and I'm thinking stinging nettle, because I know there's plenty of that down there, and milk thistle. Oh my gosh, and there's so much echinacea down there growing wild. And I know that there used to be a house that sat there in that field. There was a house that sat in that area once upon a time, and so the echinacea, I'm sure, was transplanted there, but many, many, many years ago, and it really is just beautiful. So excited. And with Kim, too, because Kim is an herbalist. She understands how to use the different parts of the flowers, for medicinal or for edibles. She knows how to make tinctures and salves and thises and those. Hi, Freya. Good morning, love. Good to see you. And so, I don't know. I'm just excited to go out and dig with her to gain just a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of understanding, because I do have a natural understanding of what plants are edible and which ones are good for this or good for that. I have this natural understanding of that. And so I'm excited to get really, firsthand knowledge. Dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories. Okay, this one really is for you. Hard times. This card really does follow up the first one that I gave to you, and I knew that it would. So, dearest hard times, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself and the world. So to get the answers, that you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask yourself, why do I tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can I see that same story from a different point of view, one that I am no longer the victim, or the adversary, but see the reasons instead behind that experience. Can you see the truth that spirit is in all things? And do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they're like blueprints for co-creation. So tell the ones that you know to be true about yourself, a story of courage and gratitude and honesty. Tell an empowered story about well-being and wisdom and grace. You will experience your world according to the story that you tell about it. So make sure that they're stories that you're proud of. Genuine, loving fan club. Love, Spirit. So sorry, I have such a tickle in my throat. I need to go grab some Claritin. I know this is my allergies because I can feel it here and here and a little bit up there. So when you tell your story, let's say that there was an event that occurred in your life that was very significant. And when you tell the story, you tell it from the viewpoint of the victim. This is what happened to me. And I was the victim when this occurred. This all happened to me. But instead, if you can look at that same story that you tell that represents who you are because of what you tell about the story, not because of the story itself, but it is the viewpoint from which you tell it. And so if you can take that same story and not see yourself as a victim, but rather empower yourself in this story to where you're the victor, you're the winner, you are the one that had the courage and the strength to pass through this time in your life and come out on top, and looking at it and respecting it and understanding that lesson for what it was. It was to give you strength and courage and faith in yourself, not in a higher power. Because the higher power knows you, has faith in you, and knows that you will do the right thing because your spirit is always connected. So it is believing in yourself that you have the ability to continue through all obstacles. No matter what life throws at you, you will make it through. I mean, that's a given. That is a given. You have a goal in your mind, and to get to that goal, right there, man, it is right there. But to get there, you got to crawl on your hands and knees through this big old pile of crap. And you're going to come out stinking and dirty. But the rain's going to come, the rain's going to wash you off, and then the sky is going to turn blue, the sun's going to start shining, and you're going to walk very proudly and very tall and straight right to that goal. So if you already know that you're going to get to your goal, going through the crap doesn't really matter. Going through the crap, as long as you don't stay there, as long as you don't lay in that crap and languish in it. Look at me in the crap. Look at me laying here. I smell so bad. I look so bad. I'm just going to lay here for a little while longer. Well, that's your choice. But your goal is right there. And to get there, you just need to go through a little bit more. But you will come out fine. That's the thing. If you can see yourself doing anything, if you got an eye on a new car and you see yourself standing beside that car, touching it, waxing it, loving it, washing it, opening that car door, sliding in that seat, kicking back with your hand on that wheel, if you can see yourself doing that, then you have already received that gift. It's yours. It's waiting for you. You still have to go through this to get it, but you know that it's already there waiting for you. So why not gladly go through the crap to get what you really desire? Because sometimes, because every time I've gone through the crap, every time to get my goals, I always have to go through the crap, you know? One of these days there's not going to be any crap there. Instead, there's going to be just this luscious field of flowers that you have to go through to get to your goal. And then pretty soon there's going to be a lot less crap that you have to go through. Maybe you can jump this one because there's that beautiful field of flowers that you know you're going to hit, and then the goal is right there. If you change your perceptions of what life gave to you and quit judging your future and playing the what if movie on past experiences, you've already got it made. You already have it made. If you really can believe that every day is brand new and that the possibilities are endless on what you could do just in this one day, just today, you're already there. Don't worry about the crap. I don't stick to you. Don't worry about the crap. But do retell your stories. Retell all of you. If you have that one particular really crappy bad story in your life that makes you the victim, retell that story so that you're the victory. You're the victor. You're the winner. Retell that story and retell that story until you being the winner is all you remember. It's all you see. It's all you think about. When you tell that story, you're the winner. Don't tell a story in which you're a victim. You don't want to be a victim, because when you repeat a story often enough, it becomes who you are. That's what that card's trying to tell us. When you tell your story and you're the victim, guess what? You really are the victim. But when you tell your story and you're the winner, and you've learned something, you've gained knowledge, you've gained courage, you've gained compassion, you gained understanding, you're the freaking winner. You don't have to be the one who beats the crap out of the bad guy to be the winner. The winner is the one that takes something positive away from the experience with them and does not allow the negative part of the experience to become a part of them. Right? It does make you so much stronger because you realize that was a piece of cake, man. All that crap that I just walked through really wasn't that bad. Wasn't near as bad as the what if movie said it was going to be. It wasn't near that bad. Lisa said, my mom always does the I had it worse, and I just don't like hearing it when I'm in pain. Yeah, I know. Because they don't, it is because she's still the victim in her story. Do you hear that? Did you see that? My mom always had it worse. No matter what it is, no matter what your pain is or what suffering you're going through, she had it worse. But she's not holding herself up as being the victor, is she? She's still the victim. I know a lot of people like that. And there are a lot of people who will complain about their own body aches and pains or their life's woes. But when you, and you'll listen, because you're a friend. So this is going to happen. So what happens, you tend to tune them out because really you don't want to hear it. It's bringing you down. So you tend to tune those people out. Whenever you have something that's heavy on your heart, or a part of your body that's hurting, part of your body that hurts, it's always, I completely lost what I was going to say. When you have something that you need to share, that you need to get off your chest, or, sharing my burden with me for a little while, my friend, I do it with you all the time. They don't have the time, man. It's like, I don't want to hear that crap. I got too much other stuff to do right now, man. My back's killing me and I still got to walk down those stairs. They don't want to hear it. They don't. All the people think they are the victim of others who think that they are too. Well said. Well said. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So, victims' life expectancy isn't too long, and it certainly isn't a very happy one. So don't be the victim. Don't be the victim. Tell your story, and tell your story where you are empowered and you came through that fire, and you came through changed, the same but still a little bit different, a little bit more thoughtful, a little bit more deeper thinking, a little bit more at peace within yourself. Because those things will happen. They really do. So glad to have you with us, Hard Times. I really am. It's a joy that you popped in. You may have seen me before, but I've never seen your name on here, so I welcome you with my whole heart. Julie said, I guess all we can do is encourage them that they did learn, or whatever. Maybe you can help them change their thought process, but don't do it to the point where it stresses us. That's absolutely 100% correct. There is no need to stress or to, if you didn't do it, if you didn't cause it, you cannot control it. And if it's not yours, don't keep it. If it's not your shit to wear, ask the universe to give it to wherever it belongs, If it belongs to the earth because it's nothing but crap, don't keep it. Don't give that crap to somebody else. Give that crap to the earth so she can pull it down and make it new. But, if you're carrying the blame for something that your brother did 25 years ago and everybody is still looking at you and blaming you for this horrible thing, don't carry that. That was never yours to begin with. And how can your brother grow if you keep carrying his load? How can he gain any strength? The way that you build your muscles in your arms is by picking up those heavy loads over and over and over again. And pretty soon your body's adapted to carrying those heavy loads and you're good. And when something really heavy comes along, well, you can still carry it with no problem, where it would crush you before, when someone else was always carrying your burden. It would have crushed you. So we think, and we do it out of the kindness of our hearts. We do it out of a loving place. We don't do it from a place of, poor, pitiful you. We do it from a place of love. But really, the love is in returning that burden to whoever it belongs to. And say, I've carried this for you for a long time, but you really need to carry it now because I can't. I can't carry your burden anymore. It's not a part of me. It's not who I am. I didn't do it. I didn't cause it. I can't control it. So I give it back to you. I wish you the best of luck. I gotta go. So ornery. I'm so sorry. No. But you do say, anything I can help you with, I'm right here, but I just can't carry it for you anymore. And you won't believe how much lighter you'll be. And if you can't do it personally like that, you tell the universe, man, take this from me and give it to who it belongs. It's not mine, and I don't want it. Give it to who it belongs. And then shake it off. And you won't believe how much better you'll feel. Been down that road more times than I could ever count, and more times than I even really want to. So, wow, a lot of stuff going on today. I think I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go grab up Kim. We're going to head down to the farm. We're going to do some picking and stuff, and I'll be live as often as I can. And if I can't be live, then I'll video it and post it up. But I mean, if I'm going to learn, I want to share that learning with you guys. So, love to you all. Thank you. I think I scare people sometimes with that, but I make myself laugh. I just make myself laugh. So, love to you guys. Peace. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you again. Come back and see us again, hard times. And just give love. Give love abundantly everywhere you go, in everything you do. Just give love. Smiles. See you guys later.